Hi and welcome. I'm Professor Nugent and this is the video syllabus to BUS355 Investment Analysis. This is a 6-week summer course that's completely online. Now let me go over some of the basics of the class to help get you started. The first thing you should be aware of is this video syllabus that you're currently watching. So under announcements, I've linked the video syllabus as well as the playlist for this class. So this is a YouTube playlist that you can connect to for the class, and then this playlist will contain all of my lectures for each chapter of our investment course that we're going to be going over. So this is the lecture component. It's going to be hosted through YouTube. So please subscribe to that channel to view all of the lectures for each chapter. You also will need a textbook for this class, and the textbook I'm going to utilize my finance lab with the textbook as well. So you could buy the two together. You can buy the textbook with an access card from the bookstore, or you can buy it directly online. For $105, you can get the ebook with the access card. So here's the link here for the ebook, and let's see, let me click on the link here. Okay, and it'll bring you to my finance lab, and there'll be a button here for buy instant access with you can get the My Finance Lab access with the e-text for $105 if you don't want to buy the physical copy. If you do have a used book, however, we're using the 12th edition. If you're using a used book, you will have to buy the access card separately. And I think when you go to My Finance Lab, there'll be a link to buy just the access to the homework manager. Okay, so the homework manager, I'm going to go over in a minute, is connected to the textbook, so you're going to need the two of them. We're also going to be doing a stock market game. So it's a stock market trading game. It's a trading simulation using real trading data. So you're going to be buying and selling stocks and making investments and competing with other students in class. And I've set up a competition. Look at the stock market game announcement for the competition name, the link, the password. Everything you need to get started is right here. It's free. You just sign up quickly. Create an account, username, password, and then you can start trading stocks. And I'll have a separate video to explain how to trade in the stock market simulation game, and that's one of your assignments. Now, it's important to note that the homework manager, I'm using my finance lab, or sometimes called PearsonLabandMastering.com is another name for it. It's all the same site. And you may have used this for another course, which means you may already have a username and ID which you could reuse. But here are the instructions how to register for the summer business class using the My Finance Lab, and it gives you 6 steps of instructions on how to register or pay for or get all set up with the homework manager, where we're going to be doing all our homework from the textbook. So the instructions are under announcements. And I've also listed the class overview. So in the class overview for week 1, we're going to be covering chapters 1 and 2. And week 2, we'll be covering chapters 3 and 4. And then at the end of week 2, we will have test 1. And the test is going to be covering chapters 1 through 4. Test is going to be deployed through My Finance Lab. And I'm going to give you about 48 hours to complete the exam. So that way, and believe me, all the exams are going to start, or at least the first 2 exams are going to start on a Sunday and finish on a Monday. So that way, no matter what your schedule, you'll be able to fit in time to complete the exam. Then we have week 3, we'll go over chapters 5 and 6. Week 4, chapters 7 and 8, and we'll have test 2 in week 4, and that will be on the 21st and 22nd, covering chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we'll have week 5, which will go over chapters 9 and 12. And then finally, week 6, we'll go over chapter 14, and then the test 3 will be on July 5th and 6th, will be the exam for test 3. And that is our course schedule. Okay, so that's just the announcements. Let's go over the menu path here. If you go to course documents, this is where I have some in-class handouts. These are things that I will be talking about in the lectures. Different spreadsheets that help you complete some of the homework assignments or reinforce some of the concepts we're learning in the lecture. And here is I also have the time value money tables if you need them for compounding growth. And here is the syllabus for the course. So let's just go over the syllabus real quickly. I've already outlined the textbook that is available, and I also provide the link in the syllabus to the textbook. Our learning objectives for this course is I'm going to be introducing you to the world of investments And we're going to focus on individual rather than corporate investment decision making here. So we're going to learn all about stocks and a little bit about bonds, but that's mostly covered in the money in banking class, separate course. And this course is going to cover the mechanics of buying and selling securities, efficient market hypothesis, portfolios, diversification, stock valuation, and international investing. And the course expectation, I'm going to emphasize the use of analytical methods for security selection. Hopefully you have a very basic background in accounting and investments, meaning you know what a stock is, you know what a company is, just basic business background. And the course will include some projects and assignments, and will require you to be familiar with, of course, we maybe use a little Excel in the class, nothing too difficult though. So a basic understanding of Excel will be helpful for doing some of the homework and some of the problems. And I'll be talking about Yahoo Finance and things of that nature. The methodology of the course is going to include lectures. I have recorded my lectures for you to watch on YouTube. Assignments. On occasion, I will be bringing up some articles for class discussion, or that I may post in the course discussion board as I see fit. Now, the objectives of the class is I'm going to explain the basic concepts of finance, is particularly connected to investments, how to analyze and interpret financial data, demonstrate a knowledge of investment management, and I want each student to have a good understanding what investments are and the requirements for this course, to provide you an opportunity to learn about investments and be able to make rational analysis and investment decisions. And I'm going to focus specifically on common stocks. I will talk a little bit about bonds and preferred stock and options. And hopefully I'll be guiding you to develop a relationship or a model that helps explain value or worth of stock, so you can understand what's a good time to buy or sell a stock. Different inputs that you could use to help formulate an idea of the value of each company, and different valuation approaches, strengths and weaknesses of the valuation approaches. And we're going to be using, of course, to achieve these objectives, we have the textbook, we have the stock trading simulation, my lectures, some homework assignments, and examinations to help reinforce the course. Now, you as a student, I'm going to be expecting you to participate regularly in doing your assignments, reading the textbook, listening to my video lectures, and if you do all that, you should do well in the course. The grading is broken up until 80 points for test 1, 80 points for test 2, 80 points for test 3, 50 points for the stock trading simulation, 110 points for the homework, for a total of 400 points. Now, to get your, if you take your points and divide by 4, that will lead you to my letter grade scale down here. And just want to let you know that there are no makeups for homeworks or exams unless the student has a documented medical or legal excuse. Okay, and again, here's the schedule that we talked about from the previous page, and that's about it for the syllabus. Okay, so if we go over to PowerPoints, this is where my PowerPoints are, and these are related to my course lectures that if you watch on YouTube, the course lecture, you can also download the PowerPoint, and they may be helpful in doing some homeworks or studying for the exams. And if we go into assignments, you'll see that I have 2 things listed here for assignments. I have a stock trading game and My Finance Lab. So we're going to go over to My Finance Lab now to show you how that works and how you're going to complete the homework over there. So you want to follow the instructions from the announcements, where I have the website and the instructions on how to sign up and how to connect to my course. My course has a unique identification code that's listed in step 3 of the instructions. And once you have signed up for the My Finance Lab, our homework manager here, just resize this a bit, okay. And it should look like this, and then you want to click on assignments, and under assignments here, it will list all of the assignments for the course. And I have each chapter has its own homework assignment. Also, when on the date of the test will appear here as well. Right now I just have a sample exam here that you can kind of click onto and get an idea of how the testing will work. So if you're curious about what the test will look like, I created a sample exam here for you to kind of click on with 10 sample questions to get an idea of what the tests will be like. Now for each homework, you simply, the due date is listed here. The first homework's due on May 29th at 11:59 p.m. So you just click on the homework link, and then the questions will be here. So click on the question, and then this box will open up for the question. And what's neat about this box is that in here you have some additional resources, like a financial calculator, goes to the e-page in the textbook, view an example of a completed problem. So I'll give you an example of a similar problem and show you how it's completed. So that way, if you're confused about how to complete the problem, we'll give you an example of it. So here, this is a problem where you this is a tax problem, and they're looking for you to put in an answer here. And then you could, once you can actually check your answer, and it'll tell you if it's incorrect. So I'll give you unlimited, tries to kind of get the answer correct. And then you could save at any point, advance to the second question. And it's a pretty simple process like that. It's a pretty handy tool. So let's just go back to assignments. So say you're doing assignment 2. Some of the questions will even have a video attached to them with somebody going over the work. Just see if I can find one of those. Not all questions have that, but you may look, there are certain questions that will actually have a video overview. Well, I can't find one right now, but once in a while some of them will be attached to a video. But you always have this view an example where you can see the problem, and they actually show you how to complete the problem with actually the work calculated out for you in a different example. It could bring you to the page in the textbook where the problem is being pulled from. So if you click on that textbook icon, it looks like this book here. It actually bring you to, if you signed up for the online book, where the problem is coming from the book. You have a financial calculator in case the problem calls for a financial calculator, if you just need a calculator real quick to solve the problem. And of course, you can print the homework problem. So what's great about the Pearson Homework Manager is that there's a lot of support for each of the homework questions, examples, completed examples, sometimes a video lecture on how to complete the problem. So, and also gives you the opportunity, if you do the problem and you can check the answer, and if the answer is wrong, you could retry it. Something you can't do in a traditional complete the homework and submit it to me fashion. So we have all the homeworks being conducted through the Homework Manager plus the tests. Now the tests won't appear until they're actually within the test time frame, which is listed on the syllabus. So in lieu of having the tests up right now, I have the sample test. So if you want to have an idea of how the tests are going to begin and what they're going to look like and how the process is going to work, for the most part, it's just true, false, multiple choice questions. A couple of problems along the way where you'll have to put in an answer, and then you go through. And so the sample test is a good way just to alleviate some test anxiety, so you get an idea what the process is like and what it's going to look like on your screen. And here I'm just going through these questions real quick. And you complete one test question and you move forward. And okay. See that right now I have just 12 test questions, and I'm going to submit the test. And then I'm going to get a result of my score. Now, you will see your score. You won't see the actual results of the questions you got right or wrong until everyone's completed the test, and then I'll open it up so you can view your actual questions you got right and wrong, and so you can really analyze your results. But you'll get a score back right away, and you can see here by guessing I only got one question right, so I don't guess that well. Neither should you guess. That's why it's best to prepare before the exam. Even though it's basically an open book exam, the more prepared you are, the better you'll do. So you could go to the results. You could go to, it just gives me quick results here, but pretty simple. So when you're on assignments, just click on Show All, and it will show all relevant homeworks and exams. The exams 1, 2, and 3 won't show up until the actual start of their work period, which I'll show you if you go back to Blackboard and you go to the class overview. This is where I list the actual dates. So on June 7th at probably 1 a.m. the test will open up and it will be available to 11 p.m. on June 8th. And that's when, as soon as we go into June 7th, you can go to this assignments and you'll see test 1 will be here in between the homeworks as well. And you'll get an idea of how to start that. So pretty simple, easy process. And I think that's the extent of my quick overview of the course. If you have any questions, if you go to class discussions here, I do have a link for questions about the course. So if you have any questions about the course that you feel would benefit everybody in the class, a question that most people would have, you can post it here and I'll answer your questions here. So everybody, and you can go here as a student to see if somebody else has asked the question already. So that way I could cut down the amount of emails I get for a lot of, I might make a mistake and then, every student emails me that, oh, the homework closed up before the due date, please fix. And that way you could see right here someone already addressed it. If it's a problem that's more private or you just want to email me something personal about the class that you want other students to know about, please feel free to email me at any time and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And that is the quick overview of the investment online course. So I look forward to working with you this summer and I think we're going to have a great class. Okay, thank you.